Welcome back, Captain. Before you ask, no, we still haven't found a trace of the President's body. Of course, we're searching in a perpetual blizzard, hardly ideal conditions. It's hard to imagine him really being gone. The world seems so much smaller without him in it. Hopefully he's watching us, wherever he is, towering benevolently above us all. Oh, and I almost forgot. I thought you might be interested in hearing this. We've developed a new type of boiler, one we've decided to call the Lincoln Super Pack. It's designed to give its wearer the unbridled power of the President himself. So try it out sometime and see how you like it. Thanks for the information. We're back with Codename S.T.E.A.M. However, this is a post-game episode, and the only post-game episode that you guys are going to see. What you guys are going to be seeing today is me explaining what you do. Like, after beating the game, you have access to every mission, but they've added some neat little stuff that can make things very challenging. Not to mention, I will provide a detailed explanation on what all the boilers are capable of for all the classes. You have 3 kinds: standard, light, and heavy. So let's get started. First and foremost, anytime you want to go back, you can go back to a previous mission to get a higher score. But now they've added some new ones. You have Blind Eye. Fight without enemy health bars or your own remaining steed. You will need to rely on your own intuition and experience. The challenge for that is 1.2 times. No return. Your steam will not refill when you backtrack. Clear the mission by planning out each and every step, and that gives a 1.5 times for the challenge bonus. The next is Merciless. Your enemies are overwhelmingly strong. Complete the mission in the face of nigh impossible odds. That's 2 times the challenge bonus. So if you get like a lot of tokens, this can really help. So we're going to be choosing the standard since I'm here to explain what the class is like all about. So we're going to be choosing our 4. This is just for the sake, because after this, you're going to be seeing a video showing off every single special attack all the characters have in the entire game. To be fair, if you notice on the bottom, there's actually 2 additional characters you can actually unlock. Or rather 1, I'm not sure. But either way, you have all characters accounted for, so let's begin. Let us choose Henry. Let us choose Dorothy, since I may as well just do it anyway. Let's go for Queg and Randolph. Don't worry, this is just for demonstration. Alright, let's start things off with Henry. And Henry is a standard class character, meaning he can access medium-sized steam packs, or boilers if it were. The first one you have, by default, is the standard boiler. It's a basic boiler design that's simple and functional. It has a max steam of 11, but with a recharge of 8. Not much, but it's pretty basic. Next is the rocket pack, a boiler built for mobility and improving jumping distance. It has a max of 12, but a recharge rate of 7. You also obtain a 10% offense and defensive boost, so your character can withstand a lot of punishment. Last but not least is the Patriot Boiler, a medium-sized boiler with a high recharge rate. It does provide a max of 10 with a recharge of 10, but it comes with a price. You don't get an offensive boost, but you suffer a 10% defensive drop. So if you're going to be using it, use it with extreme caution. Next up is Dorothy, and Dorothy is a light class character, meaning that she can use like light-based backpacks and whatnot. Not to mention her ability is Hop, which allows her to jump up on top of certain obstacles. The first pack she has is a light boiler, a basic boiler to fuel steam weapons. It has a max of 13, but with a recharge rate of 7. It's not that bad, but not as effective. Plus, it doesn't provide any offense or defensive boosts. Next comes the Scout Pack, and this one is really useful. It not only has a max rate of 12, but also a recharge rate of 12 too. So if you're using someone like Fox, this can be pretty useful if you want to get back on the battlefield and start shooting stuff again. However, it comes with a price. You suffer both an offensive and defensive penalty of minus 10%. So be cautious, okay? Last but not least is the Ninja Pack, an Assassin's Boiler. 8 stealth and damage to enemy weak points. It has a max of 11 with a recharge rate of 9. It not only gives you a 10% offensive boost, however, it gives you a 10% defensive drop. Not to mention it has stealth, making enemies harder to hit you. So if you're going to be using a character like Dorothy, this could be pretty useful. but watch out, she is pretty fragile. And before I move on to the next one, I want to explain something. Yeah. The reason why I didn't use Dorothy in my playthrough is that she's not a very good character to use. She isn't. She's not that reliable, and plus she's very fragile, and there are other characters that can do a better job. Alright, last but not least is Queequeg, and Queequeg is a heavy class character, meaning he can use heavy-based weapons. Heavy-based boilers, to be exact. And some characters, like Queequeg and Randolph, have special abilities. For example, Warrior Spirit raises the team's attack power, while Randolph has Arcane Lore, improves the team's critical attacks. So if you have like all 4 specific characters useful, you could be able to wipe the levels clean. Anyway, let's go back to explaining. First and foremost, you have the Heavy Boiler, a big boiler for big soldiers. Has a max of 10 and a recharge of 8. And it doesn't really provide that much, though it's pretty standard. Next comes the Medic Pack, a restorative boiler that regenerates the health of its wearer. You get a max of 9 and a recharge rate of 9, but also you suffer a 20% offensive drop, but it makes up for it with a boost in 20% defense. Not to mention, you restore 10% of your health at the start of each and every turn. So for characters like Queequeg, and I believe one other, oh yeah, I forgot, Califia, they are pretty useful. Very useful. And this is the S.T.E.A.M Boiler. Not only does it provide you a good boost of offense and defense, boosting it up by 20%, it has a max of 14, but it has a recharge rate of 7. So it's basically a double-edged sword. Some of the characters have high steam to use attacks, like Queequeg's Penguin Lobber. So if you're going to be using this, you're going to have to use this carefully. I mean that. And last but not least is the pack that you get after finding all the gears. The Lincoln Super Pack, the ultimate in wearable boiling technology. It has a max of 14 and a recharge of 8. In addition, you gain an offensive and defensive boost of 30%. So all that work pays off and you get like a really, really strong boiler. And it's going to be useful if you want to complete the post game and get the final unlockable character. So that's it for my explanation. What you're going to be seeing afterwards is a detailed video showing off all the characters' special attacks. I would like to thank everyone who checked out my playthrough of Codename S.T.E.A.M, and I hope this can convince you enough to get this game. Don't take my word for it. The best experience for it is yet to play it for yourself. So that's about it. I'll let you guys enjoy this little extra stuff on the NEF. If you enjoy it, please hit the like button. It means a lot to me. And I will see you guys later.
Star-Spangled Slammer! Nice and easy. Steel driving miss.
We must not fall.
That did the trick. Harpoon away! Alien down!
This will trip them up.
I'm not above using forbidden knowledge. Ta-da!
You are I will keep them honest.
Here I go!